Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls.
And welcome back to our series, DIY Your DMs.
This is one of my favorite because we get to help you guys out with some projects that you wanted to try to tackle, you don't know how to make, and this time it's Halloween costume themed.
So you sent us a bunch of pictures to our Instagram inbox of costumes that you didn't know how to do, or you wanted help, or you wanted to see us try them. We went through them all and there were some pretty funny ones, some pretty great ones. But we picked a couple of our faves and today we're gonna show you how to DIY them.
And we were actually able to surprise some of our viewers with these costumes that they requested in person. So stay tuned to the end to see that.
So the first Halloween costume that was DM'd to us was sent to us by Gabby, and it is a Queen of Hearts inspired costume. And the reason we loved this so much was the collar was super fun and looked like it could be DIY really easily. So we headed to the thrift store and found this beautiful red dress that will be the base of the costume. So while we were at the thrift store, we also picked up a bunch of decks of cards that we're going to use to make the collar piece. So the first step you're going to want to do is take a soft ruler and measure around the size of your neck, and take that measurement and draw it out on a piece of paper. So my neck was 14 inches and I'm going to add an extra inch just because we'll be overlapping the front bit. Now instead of drawing out a perfect circle, we're going to have a circle that's slightly open to start with. So create kind of a semi-U shape with that measurement and then trace it out on the paper. This is just a guide, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Next, take your deck of cards and we're going to be laying them around this curve shape and gluing them to each other. We don't actually need to glue them to the paper, just to each other to hold them in place. So I laid a row of cards overlapping, tracing the circle shape that I drew earlier. Then I'm going to double layer this whole thing to make it even wider and taller when you're wearing it. So I'm doing a second row above the first row of cards, overlapping it maybe an inch or so. And then to finish it off, I'm coming in with a third final row to cover everything and make it look nice. This is where you can save your nicest cards, like the red Queen of Hearts, to have it look best. And then to close the whole thing, you'll need a small piece of Velcro. You can use either the sticky Velcro or just glue it if you don't have that. Cut a small piece of Velcro and put one side on the front tip of the first card and one on the back on the top tip of the first card. Then when you join them together, it should close the whole piece together. So when you put the neck collar on and you join these two pieces together, it will arch up nicely. So next up, I'm going to show you how to make the Queen of Hearts little gold crown. I'm going to be doing that out of some shiny gold cardstock, some red paper, and a headband. So I'm starting by rolling a subtle cone shape. Roll the sheet with one side a little tighter than the other and glue it on a little bit of an angle, and this will create a nice cone shape. Then we can trim down the top to be about half the size of the paper. Mine is about 5 inches tall. Then you can come in and start creating your pointed parts of the crown. So make big triangle cutouts. You can do these as wide or as skinny as you want to. As an added effect, once this was done, I took a pencil and rolled down the tips to make them nice and curly. I think this is just a little cute touch to add to it. And then after that, I'm taking some red paper and drawing out a couple little hearts and then cutting those out. And then I just glued those around the base of the crown. Now you can bring in your headband, and we're going to figure out a way to get the crown to stick to the headband. You can do this by cutting a small strip of the gold paper we were using earlier. Make sure this is slightly longer than the opening of the bottom of your crown is. Fold up one corner and glue it to the inside of the crown, and then fold up the other side and glue that in as well. We're creating a strip across the bottom of the crown. Then you can add glue all along that strip and glue that strip to the curve of the headband. And our crown is complete, and it's so cute. So now it's time to assemble the whole costume. If you have longer hair, you might want to wear it up to really show off that DIY card collar. And you can also add the iconic heart red lip to your makeup look. And that's it. That's how you DIY your own Queen of Hearts costume. I hope this helps out anyone who's thinking of being this for Halloween. Okay. On to the next one.
I'm really excited for this one because Noah sent in a young Donna costume from Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. And I love this because it's like costumey but fun, but also 70s, which is a vibe. So overall, the outfit kind of looks like this like chambray denim-y light blue jumpsuit with accents of yellowy gold. So we ended up finding a couple different pieces. Some of these are going to be DIY'd. We're going to put them all together, but I'm actually going to start with the boots. But these are not the silvery color that we need them to be, so I'm going to prime them first and then paint them with a silver spray paint. This is Halloween, so we can go a little costumey for this. If this was like your everyday boot, I wouldn't recommend this technique, but this will definitely work well for one night. And this is what they look like, all spray painted silver. They look so good and just like the ones from the movie. So next up, we're going to be working on the pants. So I grabbed these leggings from the thrift store. We went with something that's a little bit more like stretchy and legging material and didn't look too much like denim. And then I also found this amazing skirt, which is gonna work perfectly.
I mean, could these be the legs? They're like already ruffled. Like one's each leg? Yeah.
if you can't find a ruffly skirt in the color, because this just seems like it's too good to be true, you can always just pick up some light blue material that matches your pants and cut them into strips. You just kind of like gather the top as you sew, and that's an easy way to make a ruffle. So I cut my skirt open along the seams, and then once it was open, I cut it in half again, so then I have 2 pieces. From there, I cut off all of the lace because Donna doesn't have lace on her ruffles, even though it's kind of cute. Then I folded them inside out and I started sewing them up with the small ruffle and then the outer ruffle and then the larger ruffle. You just have to do that in that order on both legs so that when you flip it back inside out, it looks a little something like this, and the ruffles are all in order. And it just looks like I made a miniature skirt for like a baby. So now I have my 2 ruffles, and the way I'm going to actually put these on my pants is I'm just gonna fold in the elastic and put them on like this. You can attach them to your pants if you want to or need to. So the next piece we're going to move on to is the shirt, and we actually picked up 2 shirts for this. We picked up this one that has like a gold collar, and this one, which is more of like the blue of the overall kind of outfit. So I was going to actually cut the collar off of this and put it onto this blue shirt, but I think it's easier if we just don't use this shirt at all and end up just using our little shirt here and some fabric that we bought from the fabric store. Ooh, we found this literally perfect. This is the exact same thing that they're wearing, I think. So I was just gonna use this for the sash only and make like a long scarf out of it, but I'm also gonna use it for the collar too. Out of some craft foam, I just cut out 2 large collar-shaped pieces, and then I used a regular glue stick to glue that to the fabric just so that we didn't see any bumps and lines, and then I hot glued that fabric around to the back. When I had my 2 collar pieces, I glued them onto my shirt front, and now I have something that looks like this. It's gonna look great on. In my final step, I'm gonna make a scarf waistband out of the rest of this fabric. I'm just gonna cut it, sew it into a long strip that I can then wrap around the waist and tie in a knot. All right, let's see how this whole costume looks together. So this next DM comes from Mai or May. I'm not really sure how you say it, but comment below, educate me. How do I say your name, Mai or May? But she wanted this couple's costume, like BFF couple's costume, sun and moon. I think it's adorable. She said maybe to switch up the moon costume a little bit, which is cool because we were thinking the same thing when we saw this image. So to make the moon headband, we're gonna start with a plain headband and actually use zip ties to make a cool shooting star effect. Shout out to Amber Heard for rocking a literal zip tie headband at the actual Met Gala. It was epic, and when we saw this, we were inspired. So we're going to be adding the zip ties to the headband, and these are gonna act like our little shooting stars. So this is what my headband looks like spray painted. It looks really good, and I don't think when you look at this, you see zip ties, which is an awesome hack. So next up, we're going to take some glittery paper. We're just gonna cut out our moon shape and some star shapes and attach it to our headband. I glued my moon onto the center of my headband, and only the center, because your headband's gonna stretch a little bit when it goes on your head. And then I just glued some stars throughout my zip ties. And now I have a little moon and of course the stars around the moon. I think it's really cute. And I can't believe this was made out of like hot glue, some cardboard, and some zip ties. Pair it with a moon inspired outfit and your look is complete. So it's time to move on to the center of our solar system, the sun. To create our glitter headband, we're going to pick up some glitter cardstock. Make sure that it's not too thick because we're rolling these into cones and it's easier if your paper is thinner. I just kind of cut out a triangle with a rounded bottom, and then I was able to roll this into a cone shape and hot glue the one edge so that it stays shut. I created 7 of these thin and tall cone shapes, and then I glued them to a headband, just building up the amount of glue where the paper hits the headband. Do this all around your headband, and when you're done, it'll look a little something like this, and your headband is still able to open and shut because it's only glued in little parts at a time. Pair this with a sun-inspired glittery gold outfit, and you are the center of our, what was the joke? Center of our solar system. Hashtag science.
Costumes are complete, but 2 of them were actually in our area. So we are gonna head over now and surprise them with their homemade DIY costumes by the Sorry Girls.
Okay, we have Gabby's costume and we're gonna go deliver it to her now. Are you cold? I'm cold, but I'm excited. Hi. Hi, Gabby. Hi. We heard you wanted to be Queen of Hearts for Halloween, so we made it for you. That's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So welcome. This was so fun for us.
Thanks for messaging us. Next up, we have Noah. We're delivering the Donna costume with her. I'm sad to see it go, but
It's gonna go to a good home.
she's gonna look amazing.
Okay.
Hi, Noah. Hi. Nice to meet you. We brought you the Donna costume. We made it. It looks amazing, but it's yours for Halloween.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have an amazing Halloween.
Thank you.
Your hair is perfect for it.
Yes,
we had
that's
to
true.
wear a wig today.
Yeah, I wear a wig. Does not look as good as that. I'm so happy we could do that.
This was really fun. Let us know which ones were your favorite below. I haven't decided yet, so maybe you can tell me ideas of what I should be below.
True. Also, though, I kind of want to be Kanye.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it or love it, like it.
And if you love it or like it, make sure you sub it.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.